This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Now, listen, unfortunately, it wasn't all fun and games, Edge, when you were in the ring with Kurt. You got hurt in one of the matches with him, right? You speared him from the top rope in the steel cage match, hurt your arm. Was that a theme, getting hurt with a spear, looking back at it?
That was my first injury, was that cage match. We had a cage match in Calgary. And man, I was so stoked. I was like, man, Calgary, Kurt and I, cage match, like this is all the pieces are here, you know. I think we had a 2 or 3 segment match. It was, you know, and Heyman had taken over as head writer, and he pulled me aside and he said, you know, I want you to be my Sting. So I knew, man, I'm moving into like a top babyface spot here, and we're going, and man, it was just such a fun, vicious match, right? And you know, color, the whole nine, like it was all there. And we get to the finish, and the idea was you got these 2 kind of bulls, and they're both just going to charge, and whatever happens, happens, right? I'm on the top, Kurt's in the corner, we charge. So I hit this spear, and it ended up kind of being almost a flying shoulder tackle, really. But in doing so, I landed directly on my right elbow. And that's kind of shoulder up. Yeah, kind of coming down like a javelin, right? And boom, and it kind of popped, and I went, ooh. I'd never torn anything to that point, but I knew something was odd. So you can see me roll over and cover, and I'm kind of holding the arm close to me. And then Hogan comes down, and we're posing, and my arm's going clack, clack every time I'm posing, but I'm posing with Hulk Hogan, so I'm going to grind through this.
Better be doing it, yeah.
And sure enough, I tore my labrum. And, you know, nobody's fault. It's just one of those things that happens. You know, I landed in a weird way because I was trying not to land on my head. And that really started a snowball of things that, you know, because I never got the labrum fixed. I just, you know, I rehabbed it, I think, for 6 weeks, and I came back. And then it was, I'm in a battle royal, and I take a bump over, and my arm gets caught, and it completely dislocates the shoulder because I have no labrum to keep the shoulder in. And in doing so, I tear half my pec. I don't get that fixed. So then it just began. Now on that side, I got a fused wrist. I've torn this tricep. So I really point back to that first injury and not getting it fixed. What I should have done is said, okay, right, 4 to 6 months, I just got to bite the bullet and do it. But I've just been told I'm going to become the Sting of this show. So I can't take 6 months off.
You don't want to be out with injury. I understand.
Right?
We all get like that. We get restless when we're at home.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just felt like the absolute worst timing to go get surgery. Right. So, but I can pinpoint back to that because, you know, and then I'd start to compensate, and I'd bump a little differently, and I bump a little higher. And now all of a sudden I'm developing neck issues, and it really snowballed. And when I talk to younger talent now, when they say, oh, you know, so I got this slight tear, I was like, get it fixed. Just get it fixed. It's not worth what could possibly happen in a snowball effect because you're trying to compensate now.
Well, if you keep that snowball effect going, you're just going to keep going out with injury. Might as well get it fixed, get it over with, and get healthy again.
Get it done, you know, and it's never going to feel the way it did before, but it's going to feel a lot stronger than if you don't get it done.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.